Yeah, I think they worse. Cause even though we was doing all that, we was trying to get money. And these dudes, them niggas don't even much respect cameras, bro. You know what I'm saying? Back then they ain't have no cameras and no phones, the cell phone. You ain't had that to worry about.
Right.
These niggas, they know the people putting cameras on houses for free. They know the cameras be everything. They gonna do all this. They doing all this, and like I said, they don't even much respect the cameras. Like you just getting, like I done my share of dirt, but I ain't bold enough to. Well, I say I hope I'm never in a position where I won't get at somebody that bad, to where I just touch them in the mall. You know what I'm saying? Like you might well walk the penitentiary.
Right.
It ain't. They don't. It's different, bro. I think they worse, bro.
Yeah. Nowadays, you got that drill rap.
Yeah.
So they putting in the raps. Yeah. It's like they gonna put in some work just to rap about it.
Right.
It's different. It's definitely different these days. I think. Well, let me ask. Like back then, it was more. Y'all had. If y'all had beef with that person, y'all go get that person, and y'all wasn't like rapping about it or.
Nah. They were rapping about it, but it on a slick. They saying the names of, like when Slim made a rap about the dude turned green and purple, he didn't say no name. He just talked about the situation or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They saying names now.
Speaking of raps, well, people that was putting in rap. So, were you home or were you out there for the day that Burger out the Melph got killed?
Yeah.
You was out there?
I was out there.
Okay. What? Can you take me to that day as to what happened? And and was that the start of the?
It started before that, but that was all really right before that happened. Sterling was one of them dudes, bro. Like with that shit with us in the Melph, nobody was getting touched. It was just knowing they were beefing. They came and shot at us. We went and walked in that project a couple of times or whatever, but nobody was really losing. You know what I'm saying? Just we shooting at each other, or whatever. So Sterling got to the point. All us was in a circle one day, and he was. You could tell when he mad. He go to Sterling had an underbite to where his bottom sit out more, so he go to he be chewing, doing like that, just chewing on his gums or whatever. So who walked up? Somebody walked up to him like, bitch, what's wrong with you? And he like, man, he said, man, how the fuck we beefing? We ain't nobody getting killed yet. So he like, man, anybody out the Melph come back here? He said, man, anybody. He said, they got to go. So once he made that, ain't nobody said, that was that. He made that call, and so that's what it was, you know what I'm saying? So they had on him, and so happened to come back there. He came, and he ain't had nothing to do with that. But, you got to think of the mentality for you to be, you from the Melph. So just think if, like Burger came back there, and he go back in the Melph, as soon as he get back in the project, them niggas come back there. It look like you went told them. You know what I'm saying? So that's how Sterling was thinking or whatever. So they did what they did, and man, so bro, doing it bragged on that. Ooh, man, see, bro, there's another way I'm about to tell you how fucked up we was, bro. And I'm about doing it. After that, that's all he kept saying. Like, ain't nobody gonna top that. Like that was big, like that was the championship for him. Cause he like, ain't nobody gonna get nothing worse than that. And I don't want to get too much, cause I don't know how dude felt or whatever might feel, but that was a massacre, bro. That was like the worst one I ever seen, bro. I'm talking about, like, say, bro, when they flipped him over, he was face down. When they flipped him over, all of this was still there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that was around, because when somebody get killed, everybody come outside there around. They flipped him over, everybody broke out running. So it was that bad, bro. It was bad, bro. It was bad. That was the worst. Like I said, doing this brag about that. Because it was like, ain't none of y'all know how to do that one. But
I mean, like you said, it goes back to the mentality at the time. And shit, probably y'all. I would just say like y'all. Somebody was like, "Shit, I'm gonna top it. I'll top it with the next one. I'll top it with the next one." Yeah.
But then with the same way when dudes get new guns or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's how you be. It's fucked up. Now as an adult you think like you thinking about it, but when dudes are getting new guns, everybody be like, I want to see who's gonna be the first one to catch somebody with this one or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that's how the younger dudes is. I know they're the same way. They got all these new guns now. And everybody, but It was fucked up, bro. That mentality, that shit crazy, bro. That shit crazy.
So speaking of Gangsta, right? He said he used to come through throwing money out the roof, out the sunroof, or whatever the case may be. But then I heard, I got a word that the money he used to throw out was fake. He was throwing out fake money, and somebody actually got locked. Somebody tried to use it and got locked up behind it. Do you remember like any like him throwing money out or somebody?
Listen, I was in jail when he was. I heard he was doing that. I saw pictures, you know, of the money coming out. I never heard nothing about he was throwing no fake. Man, dog, let me tell you, bro. He a good-hearted dude. I ain't gonna lie. I say, bro, Gangsta. You know, for him, when he was hustling, you know, I was glad, you know, he was doing this thing. But Gangsta wanted him to do Gangsta, go hit a hustle and give everything away. That's just him. He ain't, you know how some dudes there hit a lick and he's like, I'm gonna keep this going. He'll be in, blew all the money, gave all. He done gave me coke a bunch of times. Where he done went hit something, and I come out like one morning I came out, he on the porch him and my mom. I know my mama beating him. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting on the porch. I come out, I'm like, man, what you do? He say I'm hustling. That crack thing, that wasn't his thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at my mom, I know she beating him. She helping him, she ain't helping me no more. She trying to send everybody to him, but I already know you whipping him. So he sit out there for a little while. I was in the circle, I'm trying to hustle. He had like, I think he gave me like 2.5 ounces or some shit like that. He went got out the hallway. He come give it to me. I said, what happened? He said, man, I ain't got time for this shit. That nigga just left. He just left because he know, you know, he gonna hit something else and he gonna run through that again. But that's just him, bro. He was good. He was free hearted with that shit. Like he could have been up. He could have been up.
I remember when we sat down the first time, and I asked you about him, and you said that you know you don't know how he came home or whatever the case may be, but you didn't want to see him die. You had enough love for him that you didn't want to see him die in jail. Cause I guess, you know, back in the day, he was looking, y'all was real close. He was looking out for you, and I mean that was something bold to say, especially back then. It was, you know, it was a little weird back then as far as, you know, what I'm saying, you know, like, oh, are you with Gangsta? You're not with Gangsta, et cetera, et cetera. That's how I felt. That's what the people were telling me.
When he got out?
Yeah, like when he came home. So like when I sat down with you, for you to say that, I mean, it meant a lot. I'm sure to him.
Yeah.
That's
how I felt, bro. See, bro, dude, I had a lot of, I respect him. You know, I had a lot of respect for dude then. You know, like I said, when I was in jail, every time I'd ask him for something, he sent it. You know, I'm tight with his mama because every time she asked me for something for him, you know, when the roles had reversed, you know, I sent it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, first and foremost, dude was like a brother to me. You know, fuck how he got home. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? That was my dude. And I know one thing. If something had happened, you know, on some street shit, and I'd have told him I needed to have something for me or anything, I know without a doubt, I know he'd have did it. You know, ain't no doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, you know, I'm gonna feel how I feel. You know, and I wouldn't want to see nobody I know die in jail. You know what I'm saying? You know, but that's what that was about, bro. It wasn't about none of that. I wasn't even worrying about how he got home. And me and him, we didn't even talk about that when I went by the house or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, that shit ain't even matter.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he's still the same way. He'll still look out for me if I need him to, as far as like something on YouTube or whatever the case may be. You know, at the time, like I said, I mentioned this a million times, how he got on live with me. That's how this whole thing started with my YouTube.
Right.
I ain't know him at all. Like he just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everybody was called. I had a few people call me asking like, that my uncle, was that my cousin? How I get on live with him? A couple people like video Wayne. Like, how'd you get that? I'm like, dog, I still don't know. I ain't even trying to like curve you now. I really don't know. He just got on live with me one day.
Right.
And
let me ask you something. I don't know, like, when you in the streets?
Nah.
Okay, well, just think about it, bro. Like, even speaking of the rat culture, the whole rat culture shit. I done heard dudes be like, and you know, all it started because, you know, they was shitting on Gangsta or whatever, but like, niggas would be like if they're sun rat or whatever, you know, they'll stop fucking with them or whatever. Man, that's your blood, bro. Like, the streets like that important to you that you would just throw your son to the wolves. You know, it's just like me, if I had a son and he was in the streets, and he wound up getting caught on some shit and he tell on somebody, that's my son. That's still my son. But I don't approve of what you did at all. You know, but you still my son. I'm not about to let nobody take my son's life, regardless of what he did. You know, I'm not about to throw my son to the wolves because I feel like he violated or went against what I believe in. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me, for you to, you know what I'm saying? I saw a lot of them dudes say that shit.
Oh,
and I don't know if they be saying it because, like, thinking it make them look cool or make them look like they're more solid and all that. You know, that shit, that's fake to me, man.
Yeah, I mean, but like I never been so happy not to be a street dude, especially nowadays, man. It's just the whole snitch thing, and then a lot of times they move the goalposts now, like, oh, they ain't really snitching and blah blah blah. Like, but I don't really even get into that.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't my lane. I don't know nothing about it. I don't know nothing about the court system.
Right.
I'd rather keep it that way.
That's good.
Yeah, the further away I am from that stuff is the better. That shit just anything nowadays. So, but I mean, I feel you though. I mean, you gonna stand with your people, right or wrong, basically.
Right.
And so, somebody sent me this picture and wanted to know if you could name the person that's standing next to Disco. That's a picture with Log of Disco, Booby Black.
That's Pissy Corey.
That's oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Pissy Corey.
Oh, okay.
That's Pissy Corey. I took that picture.
Did you?
Yeah, I was out a lot of them pictures. I took a lot of them pictures because that's a Booby had just spray painted on the wall. All the
I see the Booby right there.
Yeah.